What we have here today is a review of the Carson Forge side table in Washington Cherry by Sauder, whatever. Anyway, we were looking at end tables recently, and I thought it'd be cool to look at reviews online, and I was shocked that basically nobody has any reviews on any of this stuff. So I thought that we would go ahead and put one together after taking a gamble on it. One of the neatest elements of these is that it allows you to sort of tuck it back in. As you can see, we have this chair with a nice long arm on it. Quite a bit of clearance behind it, even with it moved this far back, but you think, gosh, the difference between that arm of the chair and this side table is pretty substantial. But it's got this neat little party trick. In here, kind of tucked underneath, there's a little bit of a lip, if you go ahead and grab that. And it's on some nice slides with a little bit of a notched closure. If you listen close, you can hear it sort of engage a retention there, some sort of detent, and you slide that out, and there you kind of extend the length of it by a considerable margin, maybe about 30% longer, and you get a nice little side table that matches up with the end of your chair. So if you want to have some additional drinks or your remote control or whatever, you've got plenty of real estate to put that on, and then when you're done, you grab your stuff and you tuck that away, and now you've got your discreet little nestled-in end table that gives you plenty of clearance up front. You don't have to worry about clipping your toes on it when you walk by barefoot in the middle of the night. It does have a single cabinet on the bottom. Relatively nice hardware, it all matches. There is a certain amount of spring closure to this, which is pleasant. Unfortunately, it's not soft close, but it does at least retain it. Some of these you'll see they have sort of a chintzy little magnet up there, and they'll sort of rattle around loose and you hear them making knocking sounds. This at least holds it retained. If you move the table around, you can hear it's not clicking or rattling. When you open it up, it kind of reveals a nice little open space in there. Some decent hinges, which I'm sure won't show up in this terrible lighting. And then when you close it up, if you're careless, it might slam, but it's staying shut and it's not going to easily drift back open, which is a rather nice feature. I will say these were shockingly difficult to put together, and by that I mean not that hard, but time consuming. Most of this type of stuff I can seem to crank through in maybe a half an hour or less. These took, I want to say, an hour or so to put together with surprisingly detailed instructions. So it's easy to follow, just plan to have some time on your hands if you want to take these on. Overall, it's pretty good quality. We were kind of debating going with like some Ashley Furniture products. This was roughly half to a third the price, and honestly, by the time you get it all put together, I think that the quality is comparable.